If you've been feeling that pull, that whisper inside you saying there's something more, something deeper you've been searching for in all the wrong places, then this message found you for a reason. The universe has been trying to tell you something. And today, right now in this moment, you're finally ready to hear it. There's a sacred truth that most people spend their entire lives seeking in the eyes of another, in the touch of someone else, in the validation that comes from being chosen, being loved, being seen. But what if I told you that the love you've been desperately searching for outside of yourself has been waiting patiently inside of you all along? What if the most profound, most transformative, most healing relationship you could ever experience isn't with a soulmate, a twin flame, or any other person, but with the essence of who you truly are? Before we go any further, if something in these words is already stirring something deep within you, if you feel that recognition, that knowing, then stay with me through this entire message, because what I'm about to share with you has the power to completely transform how you see yourself, your relationships, and your entire life path. And if you want to keep receiving these messages that speak directly to your soul, go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss what's coming next for you. Think about all the times you felt incomplete. All those moments when you looked in the mirror and felt like something was missing, like you weren't enough just as you were. Remember the relationships where you gave everything, where you twisted yourself into shapes that weren't natural to you, all because you believed that being loved by someone else would finally make you whole. Think about the nights you spent awake, wondering why you felt so empty even when someone was lying right beside you. The truth is, you were looking for your own reflection in someone else's eyes, searching for permission to love yourself in the way another person loved you, seeking validation for your existence from sources that could never truly give you what you needed. The angels want you to know something right now, something that might feel uncomfortable at first, but will set you free once you truly understand it. Every person you've ever loved, every relationship that broke your heart, every connection that didn't work out the way you hoped, was a failure or a waste of time. They were mirrors. They were teachers. They were showing you, over and over again, the relationship you needed to build with yourself. Every time you felt rejected, the universe was asking you, why do you reject yourself? Every time you felt abandoned, Spirit was whispering, where have you abandoned your own needs, your own dreams, your own truth? Every time you felt unseen, your soul was crying out, when will you finally see yourself? This is the sacred marriage that changes everything. Not the one with another human being, though those can be beautiful when they come from a place of wholeness rather than neediness. I'm talking about the union between your human self and your divine self, between your wounded parts and your healed parts, between who you thought you had to be and who you actually are. This is a commitment that asks you to show up for yourself every single day, to honor your own needs, to speak your own truth, to choose yourself even when it's uncomfortable, even when other people don't understand, even when the old version of you is screaming that you're being selfish. You see, we live in a world that teaches us from the moment we're born that our value comes from outside ourselves. We're taught that success means being chosen by the right school, the right employer, the right partner. We're conditioned to believe that happiness is something we find in external circumstances, in achievements, in other people's approval. We grow up learning to perform, to please, to pretend, all in the hopes that if we just get it right, if we just become what others want us to be, then we'll finally be worthy of love. But this is the great lie, the illusion that keeps us trapped in cycles of suffering, always seeking, never finding, always hungry, never satisfied. The sacred marriage with your own soul asks you to break these chains. It invites you to come home to yourself in a way you never have before. This isn't about becoming narcissistic or selfish or closing your heart to others. This is about recognizing that you cannot pour from an empty cup, that you cannot love anyone else fully and freely until you first learn to love yourself with that same devotion. This is about understanding that every person in your life is there to show you something about yourself, and the most important relationship you'll ever cultivate is the one you have with the divine presence living inside of you. So what does this sacred marriage actually look like in practice? It begins with awareness, with honest, compassionate observation of how you've been treating yourself. When you make a mistake, do you speak to yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a dear friend, or do you attack yourself with harsh criticism and judgment? When you look in the mirror, do you see a divine being worthy of love and respect, Or do you immediately focus on every flaw, every imperfection, everything you wish you could change? When your body sends you signals that it needs rest, nourishment, movement, or healing, do you listen, or do you override those messages because you think you should be able to push through, be stronger, need less? The angels are showing me that many of you watching this right now have been running on empty for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to be truly full. You've given so much of yourselves to others, to your work, to your responsibilities, to try to be everything for everyone, that you've lost touch with your own center, your own light, your own truth. You've been so focused on being loved that you forgot to love yourself. You've been so busy seeking approval that you stopped approving of yourself. You've been so desperate for someone else to choose you that you stopped choosing yourself. This ends now. This moment right here is your invitation to begin again, to start building the relationship with yourself that will change every other relationship in your life. And it starts with something beautifully simple yet profoundly challenging. It starts with making yourself a priority, not in a way that excludes others or builds walls around your heart, but in a way that honors the sacred truth that you are worthy of your own time, your own attention, your own love, not because of what you do or who you're with or what you achieve, but simply because you exist. Think about what it would mean to court yourself the way you would court someone you're falling in love with. Imagine taking yourself on dates, treating yourself to experiences that bring you joy, learning about what makes you come alive. Picture yourself listening to your own thoughts and feelings with genuine curiosity and care, without judgment, without rushing to fix or change anything, just witnessing yourself with compassion. Consider what it would feel like to keep your promises to yourself with the same integrity you bring to commitments you make to others. Envision honoring your boundaries, speaking your truth, choosing what feels right for you even when it disappoints someone else. This is a sacred work. This is the marriage that asks everything of you because it asks you to show up fully, honestly, vulnerably for yourself. It requires you to look at the parts of yourself you've been hiding, rejecting, pushing away. It invites you to embrace your shadow, to integrate the pieces of yourself you've labeled as unlovable or unacceptable. It calls you to forgive yourself for all the ways you think you failed, all the mistakes you made, all the times you chose fear over love. It asks you to release the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are and who you're supposed to be, and instead discover who you actually are beneath all those layers of conditioning and protection. If you're feeling this message in your body right now, if something inside you is saying, yes, this is what I've been needing to hear, then take a moment and write in the comments, I choose myself. Let that be your declaration, your commitment, your promise to yourself that today marks a new beginning in the most important relationship of your life. The universe has been preparing you for this moment through every experience you've ever had. Every heartbreak was teaching you that you cannot find yourself in someone else. Every disappointment was showing you that external validation will never fill the void within. Every moment of loneliness was actually an invitation to discover that you are never truly alone when you're connected to your own soul. Every challenge was strengthening you, preparing you to stand in your own power, to trust your own wisdom, to honor your own path. What happens when you commit to the sacred marriage? Everything begins to shift. You stop attracting relationships based on need and start attracting connections based on genuine resonance. You stop seeking someone to complete you and start appreciating people who complement the wholeness you've already cultivated. You stop abandoning yourself to make others comfortable and start honoring your truth even when it creates temporary discomfort. You stop waiting for permission to live fully and start claiming your birthright to exist exactly as you are. Your energy changes. People notice there's something different about you, though they might not be able to name it. You carry yourself differently because you're no longer performing for approval. You speak differently because your words now come from your authentic center rather than from what you think others want to hear. You choose differently because your decisions are now aligned with your soul's truth rather than with fear or obligation. You love differently because you're no longer giving from depletion, but rather from overflow. The angels want you to understand that this journey isn't about reaching some final destination where you perfected self-love and never struggle again. This is an ongoing practice, a daily choice, a continuous deepening. Some days will be easier than others. There will be moments when you slip back into old patterns, when you hear those familiar voices of self-doubt and criticism. There will be times when you question whether you're being too selfish, too much, too different from what others expect. These moments aren't failures. They're opportunities to recommit, to choose yourself again, to remember why you started this sacred work in the first place. One of the most profound aspects of marrying your own soul is learning to be fully present with yourself in all your emotional weather. Our culture teaches us to avoid discomfort, to distract ourselves from difficult feelings, to numb out when things get hard. But true self-love asks you to stay, to witness whatever arises within you without judgment or resistance. When sadness comes, can you sit with it like you would sit with a grieving friend, offering comfort and understanding? When anger rises, can you give it space to be expressed safely, recognizing it as a messenger rather than something shameful? When fear appears, can you acknowledge it while not letting it control your choices? This emotional intimacy with yourself creates a foundation that cannot be shaken. When you know you can handle whatever feelings arise, when you trust yourself to be there for yourself no matter what, you stop needing to control external circumstances or other people's behaviors to feel safe. You discover security that comes from within, a peace that doesn't depend on everything going right in your outer world. This is freedom. This is true power. This is what it means to be sovereign in your own life. The sacred marriage also requires you to honor the relationship between your mind, body, and spirit. These aren't separate aspects of yourself, but rather different expressions of your wholeness that need to work together in harmony. Your body isn't just a vehicle carrying around your consciousness. It's a sacred temple, a wise guide, constantly sending you messages about what you need. When was the last time you really listened to your body? Thanked it for everything it does for you, treated it with reverence and respect. Your mind isn't your enemy, even when it gets caught in loops of worry or criticism. It's trying to protect you based on what it's learned. Can you appreciate its efforts while also gently guiding it toward more supportive thought patterns? Your spirit isn't something separate from your daily human experience. It's present in every moment, every breath, every choice, waiting for you to recognize it and align with it. Many of you have been taught that spiritual growth means transcending your humanity, rising above your emotions, leaving behind your earthly concerns. But the angels are showing me something different. True spiritual evolution happens through full embodiment, through bringing your divine essence completely into your human experience. It's about being both fully spiritual and fully human, honoring both your eternal nature and your temporary physical form. The sacred marriage unites these aspects, healing the false separation between matter and spirit, between human and divine. As you deepen this relationship with yourself, you might find that some people in your life don't understand the changes they see in you. You might lose relationships that were built on the old version of yourself, the one who said yes when you meant no, who prioritized everyone else's needs over your own, who dimmed your light to make others comfortable. This can be painful, but it's also necessary. Every authentic step you take will be celebrated by those who truly love you and will disturb those who are benefiting from your lack of self-love. Trust that as you raise your standard for how you allow yourself to be treated, you create space for relationships that honor and support your wholeness. The universe is always responding to your vibration, to the energy you're putting out into the world. When you are operating from a place of seeking validation, feeling unworthy, or believing you needed someone else to complete you, you attracted experiences that reflected those beliefs back to you. But as you step into the sacred marriage with yourself, as you begin treating yourself with the love and respect you deserve, your entire energetic signature transforms. You start attracting people, opportunities, and experiences that match this new frequency. You become magnetic to what truly aligns with your highest good because you're no longer willing to settle for anything less. This doesn't mean your life becomes perfect or challenge-free. Difficulties will still arise. Obstacles will still appear. But your relationship to these challenges changes completely when you know, without a doubt, that you have your own back. When you trust that no matter what happens, you won't abandon yourself. When you're certain that you possess the strength, wisdom, and resilience to navigate whatever comes your way. This inner knowing transforms you from a victim of circumstances into a conscious creator of your life experience. Part of the sacred commitment involves healing your relationship with solitude. So many people fear being alone because they've been conditioned to believe that aloneness equals loneliness, that there's something wrong with them if they're not coupled up or constantly surrounded by others. But there's a profound difference between loneliness, which is a painful sense of disconnection, and solitude, which is a conscious choice to spend quality time with yourself. When you're connected to your own soul, when you've built a sacred inner relationship, solitude becomes a gift rather than something to avoid. It becomes a space where you refuel, where you reconnect with your truth, where you hear the whispers of your intuition most clearly. Learning to enjoy your own company, to feel completely at peace in your own presence, is one of the greatest forms of self-love. It means you're no longer depending on external stimulation or other people's energy to feel okay. You've discovered the richness of your own inner world. You've learned to entertain yourself, inspire yourself, comfort yourself. You become your own best friend, your own wise counselor, your own loving partner. And from this place of wholeness, when you do choose to connect with others, you're bringing your fullness to the interaction rather than seeking them to fill your emptiness. The angels are reminding you that this journey isn't about perfection. It's about progression. It's about choosing yourself a little more each day, honoring your needs a little more consistently, speaking your truth a little more bravely. Every small act of self-love matters. Every time you choose rest when your body needs it, even though there's more you could do. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, even when your inner critic is loud. Every time you honor a boundary, even when someone pressures you, bend it. Every time you pursue something that brings you joy, even when others don't understand. These aren't selfish acts. These are sacred acts. These are the building blocks of the most important relationship you'll ever have. There's also deep healing that happens when you start reparenting yourself, giving yourself what you didn't receive earlier in life. Maybe you didn't get the unconditional love you needed as a child. Maybe you were criticized more than encouraged, controlled more than supported, judged more than accepted. You can't change what happened then, but you can change what happens now. You can become for yourself everything you needed but didn't get. You can offer yourself the patience, the compassion, the celebration, the understanding that you deserve then and still deserve now. This is powerful medicine. This is how we break generational patterns and step into new possibilities. As you continue on this path, you'll notice that your intuition becomes stronger and clearer. When you're constantly seeking outside yourself for answers, when you're always checking with others about what you should do or feel or think, you lose touch with your inner guidance system. But as you turn inward, as you learn to trust yourself, as you strengthen this connection with your own soul, you develop an unmistakable sense of knowing. You can feel in your body when something is right or wrong for you. You can hear the quiet voice of your intuition cutting through all the noise. You can trust yourself to make decisions that align with your highest good because you're tuned into your own frequency. This sacred marriage transforms how you move through the world. You stop seeking permission and start claiming your authority. You stop asking if you're worthy and start knowing that you are. You stop hoping someone will see your value and start recognizing it yourself. You stop waiting for your life to begin when certain conditions are met and start living fully right now, exactly as things are. You step into your power not in a way that dominates or controls others, but in a way that honors your sovereignty while respecting everyone else's. Right now, take a breath and place your hand on your heart. Feel it beating, this faithful rhythm that has sustained you through everything you've experienced. This heart that has been broken and has healed, that has loved and lost and loved again, that continues to beat for you even when you haven't been paying attention. Send gratitude to this heart. Send love to this body that carries you through each day. Send appreciation to this mind that does its best to make sense of your experiences. Send recognition to this spirit that has never left you, that has been patiently waiting for you to remember who you truly are. The work of self-love isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. There will be moments when you want to fall back into old patterns because they're familiar, because change is uncomfortable, because choosing yourself means letting go of who you thought you had to be. In those moments, remember why you started. Remember how it felt to abandon yourself over and over again. Remember the pain of seeking your worth in other people's opinions. Remember the emptiness of relationships built on need rather than authentic connection. And then choose yourself anyway. Choose yourself especially when it's hard, because that's when the choice matters most. This sacred marriage isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a practice you commit to, a path you walk, a love you cultivate every single day of your life. Some days you'll feel deeply connected to yourself, clear about your truth, confident in your choices. Other days you'll feel lost, uncertain, questioning everything. Both are part of the journey. Both are opportunities to show up for yourself, to honor wherever you are without judgment, to remember that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy of your own love. As we move toward the end of this message, I want you to know that the universe is celebrating you right now. Every angel, every guide, every aspect of the divine that has been supporting you throughout your entire life is rejoicing because you're finally ready to receive this truth. You're ready to step into this sacred relationship with yourself. You're ready to stop seeking outside yourself for what has always been within you. You're ready to claim your wholeness, your power, your divine birthright to exist exactly as you are. The path ahead will reveal itself one step at a time. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. You don't need to know exactly how this transformation will unfold. You just need to keep choosing yourself. Keep honoring your truth. Keep building this sacred relationship with your own soul. Trust that every choice you make in alignment with your highest good creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. Trust that as you heal and grow and expand, you give others permission to do the same. Trust that the love you cultivate within yourself becomes a gift you offer to the entire world. Before you go, I want you to make a commitment to yourself right here, right now. Not a commitment to be perfect, but a commitment to keep showing up, to keep choosing yourself, to keep honoring the sacred relationship no matter what challenges arise. This is your moment. This is your invitation. This is the beginning of everything you've been searching for. The most sacred marriage is not with another person. It's with your own soul. And that marriage, that holy union, that divine relationship is available to you right now in this very moment. All you have to do is say yes. Yes to yourself. Yes to your truth. Yes to the love that has been waiting inside you all along. If this message touched something deep within you, if you feel called to continue receiving guidance and support on this journey, then make sure you're subscribed because there's so much more waiting for you. The next message coming your way will reveal something profound about the new chapter that's opening in your life right now. Something you absolutely need to hear about where your path is leading you and what's being divinely prepared for your highest good. Don't miss it, because the universe has more to tell you, and your soul is ready to receive it.